This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 10th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. This is a breaking story from late last night, and it's a little bit scant on details, and we were waiting for an update from the Annapolis Police Department. But last night at about 8:30, a 56-year-old male was assaulted at the 7-Eleven on the corner of Bay Ridge Road and Edgewood Road. The injuries were critical and life-threatening, and the man was flown to the R. Adams County Shock Trauma Center in Baltimore in critical condition. Please check back at eyeonannapolis.net a little bit later today. We will have an update on that story. On Sunday night at about 11 p.m., the Arundel County Police Department responded to the 500 block of Deale Road in Deale for a stabbing. When they arrived, they found 21-year-old Charles Daniel Connors was suffering from multiple stab wounds to the upper body. He was flown to the R. Adams County Shock Trauma Center in Baltimore, where he later died from his injuries. Police were able to talk to some witnesses, said that he was involved in an altercation with another man, and they arrested a 20-year-old male out of the 5900 block of Old Solomon's Island Road in Tracy's Landing, and he has been charged with second-degree murder, manslaughter, reckless endangerment, and first-degree assault. The police did point out that this was a targeted incident and not any kind of a random act of violence, and they do ask anybody that may have any additional information to give them a call at 410-222-4731. Updating our story from Sunday where the bicyclist was hit and killed on East College Parkway. We do have some more information from the Anne Arundel County Police Department on that. At about 12:36 p.m., the group of bicyclists, there were 7 of them, were traveling westbound in the westbound lane of East College Parkway. There was a GMC SUV that was traveling eastbound on East College Parkway. The bicyclists were riding in the road. There was no shoulder, so they were riding in a single file on the right edge of the roadway. And for some reason, unknown to police at this point, the GMC crossed the center line of the roadway and struck the group of bicyclists that were heading west. The SUV was operated by a 67-year-old man from Annapolis, and the rider that was killed was identified as Arthur Carter Jr., 59, of Hanover, Maryland. 2 other cyclists were transported to the Shock Trauma Center, one in critical condition. Speed or alcohol does not appear to have been a factor in the crash, according to police. No charges have been filed against the driver, and the investigation is continuing there. Again, tragic accident over there on the Broadneck Peninsula. All right, let's talk a little bit about Corona. I think you can't escape it at this point. Governor Hogan has announced that the state now has 6 confirmed cases of the coronavirus here, the latest one being in Prince George's County. This case, they do believe that it was contracted during an out-of-state travel as opposed to out-of-country travel. They did say that there is no connection to any of the previous positive cases. Again, this brings the total to 6 in Maryland. Early yesterday, Governor Hogan did provide an update. He said that there are 2 more people in the state that are showing symptoms, and 12 state residents are currently on the Grand Princess cruise ship, which was just docked in California, and are being treated in quarantine at military bases. He did say that all residents who are at least 60 years old should stay at home as much as possible and to avoid large crowds. And on the 2 latest positive cases, now that would be not the one in Prince George's County, but there was a Harford County woman who was in her 80s who had recently traveled to Turkey, and that was the very first connection to Turkey worldwide. And the other case was another Montgomery County person. This was a man in his 60s who traveled to Thailand and Egypt. Neither of those were associated with the 3 that were in Montgomery County to start with. Those first 3 were associated with an Egyptian cruise on the Nile River. Hogan did also unveil a 7-person task force, which will consist of experts, emergency management, and health officials. The task force will meet a little bit later on today, and he is also convening an emergency meeting of his cabinet to discuss the statewide response across all departments. He has canceled all out-of-state travel for state employees, and he has told state employees that they should prepare for a period of mandatory telework. And following on the governor's footsteps, Superintendent George Arlotto from the Anne Arundel County Public Schools announced the immediate cancellation of all school system out of state and out of country field trips, and also any staff travel due to concerns about the coronavirus. In a statement, Arlotto said, "I will not put any program or experience ahead of the health and well-being of our students and staff." Folks, it is going to get a little bit worse before it gets better, and a little bit later on today, I am going to be speaking with the Anne Arundel County Health Officer, Dr. Kalyanaraman, and we will release that as a special podcast, so you do want to look out for that as well. We're going to get the scoop of how Anne Arundel County is handling it, where we stand, what we might look forward to, what the prognosis is, all that good stuff, and we will be speaking with Dr. Kalyanaraman a little bit later on this afternoon. All right, that does wrap it up for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day, because we are going to be updating these stories and more throughout the day. If you're someplace you can give us a rating or a review, please do that as well. And let your friends and family know about us too. Other than that, you need to hang tight. We have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast. He's coming up in just a minute, but first, a brief message from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, Marylanders. I'm Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been thinking about solar for your home or business? If so, now's the time. The economics of solar are better than ever, and there's no better source than the trusted team at Solar Energy Services. We're the local experts with the best reviews in town. We've been around for 40 plus years, and we'll be here even longer to back up the generous warranties we offer. Let me put the solar economics in perspective. A typical residential solar investment in Maryland has an annual rate of return between 8 and 12%. And where can you get 10% annual returns for more than 25 years with very low risk? Not in savings, not even in stocks. So make your smartest investment ever by installing solar now and enjoy the satisfaction of doing your part for clean energy. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted. Call today, 410-923-6090, or visit solarsaves.net.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, March 10th. Yesterday was amazing with true springtime warmth and sun, but today will feature some clouds and maybe a few showers, especially in the PM hours, with breezy winds kicking in as well as a front moves through from the west. From there, it'll be more sunshine Wednesday and Thursday with highs mid-50s to low 60s, with a small chance of some clouds and showers coming on Friday. But the great news is the weekend ahead looks like sunny and dry with highs mid-50s to maybe low 60s. So start to make those outdoor plans now for a fun and active weekend with family and friends. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching the Apple or Google App Stores for DCMDVA Weather. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmdweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
My name is Claudia Baldiga. My husband Randy and I are the founding chairs of Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation's Denim and Diamonds Bash. We're excited for this year's event because it's lighting the way to healthy minds. Please join us for this spectacular evening under the stars on Saturday, April 25th at AAMC's South Campus on Jennifer Road in Annapolis. Tickets sell out every year, so don't miss out on this amazing and truly important evening. This event provides critical funding to help support adult and pediatric mental health services along with substance abuse care and programs. AAMC sees more than 3,000 patients a year who need varying degrees of mental health and addiction care. These patients and families are our friends, loved ones, and coworkers who need our support. Denim and Diamonds features fabulous food, gourmet food trucks, separate beer and wine gardens, a vast silent auction, and dancing under the stars to the sounds of the Reagan years. Help us expand mental health and addiction care services in our community. For tickets, please visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.